So this here is Tara Crust. She's a single mother that lives in Texas. She works at Howl at the Moon. She's a bartender making $2.13 an hour, plus tips. On a good month, she's bringing home about $2,000 a month. That's equaling $24,000 a year. As stated in the Fox 8 News article, Tara's mentioned that being a bartender, and as a woman being a bartender, it's very demeaning. Customers can be rude and they can't tip, but she depends on the tips. So she has to put a grin on her face and move on with her day. By a show of hands, has anybody eaten out this week? Have you left a tip for your server? With the same hands up, did you leave the tip based on the service? Or did you leave it based off of the amount of your bill? A little bit of both. Around the United States, there's a different minimum wage amount. Arizona is $7.50 an hour for servers. With tips, they have to equal $10.50. Colorado's minimum wage is $7.18 an hour, and with tips, they have to equal $10.20 an hour. Texas, where Tara's from, they're only $2.13 an hour. I stumble over my words because that just baffles me as a single mother. With tips, $7.25 an hour for Texas residents. A full-time associate serving in Texas only brings home $29,000 a year gross income. That doesn't give you much of a flexibility to be able to do anything that you want to do. My name is Jacqueline Romero, and I served at Wendy's. It was a breakfast, lunch, and dinner joint. They're open 24 hours and 7 days a week. I was a single mom with one child at the time, so I didn't have much of any other option. It was a sink or swim type of job. There wasn't any formal training that I got from becoming an associate. To be a server, you have to have a certain type of attitude. You can't just be in there quiet. You have to be able to socialize with everybody else. You have to have the ability and uplifting attitude. I only served for 1 month because I knew you had to negotiate for your money. You had to smile to be able to bring some income coming home. One night at the end of my 10-hour shift, my feet were hurting and my feet were getting ready to start swelling. My shoes were so tight I couldn't even remember. But I walked away with a smile on my face for my daughter with $13 in my hand. That's all I brought home in one shift. Today, we have to give our modern day servers what they need for their families to take action for their children. I don't want to see any other child without a Christmas or any children walking around with no Pampers because they can't afford them. This starts with the large group of people that are going out to eat and they're not leaving any tips. Or they're leaving tips that are worth $300 bill and a $5 tip. Enough is enough. And today I'm going to talk to you about why it's important to sign my petition to wake up Congress to create a law that requires 20% gratuity on dine-in meals. The important financial support without leaving servers is that they cannot provide for their children and they can't provide for their families. In result, it brings their income less than $25,000 a year. Not only is that harmful because they can't provide, but they aren't receiving any benefits as well. Most of these restaurants are open on holidays, which takes them away from their dear children and their families. On top of it, they don't receive any medical, dental, or vision insurance. So any child that has a chronic illness, all they're relying on is prayer. The brighter side to this is, there was a lady in Chicago, Illinois. Her name is Colleen. She received an $11,000 tip one night. serving at just a low-down restaurant. It was a businessman that went in there and he was being gracious one day and just left a tip. In reality, how long is the $11,000 going to last her? Not long. As seen on the ABC News, Gallagher stated that this is a miracle. It's really a blessing to me, and I'm so thankful for him that he changed our lives. There's only one solution to this, and it's to give back to our servers, to sign the petition so they can get what they need. It's time to wake up Congress, pass a law to enforce 20% dine-in fee, to help these children and families stick together and become one. If we stick together and become one for all humans, we can do that together today. As for a show of hands, how many of you want to stand by me, stand by the mothers and stand by the servers, males and females, to support them? The change starts now, today, and with our voice. Thank you.